So how's everybody doing?
Fine.
Good, 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 good,
The
good.
weather over here is so cold.
Yeah, it is. It is very cool actually.
All day. It's been
It
raining,
is.
literally raining all day.
It is. But at least the good thing is that we're in Abuja now, so we're not gonna
Yeah.
carry us.
Flex. Oh my god, flex.
More like now you guys shoot that thing for. I know, and I know say you catch him. uh, okay, fine. So where did we stop the last time? We stopped at customer markets, right?
Consumer market, we stopped here.
Okay, fantastic. So
So let me check.
yeah, sure. So how we're going to go about it today, just like the last time, is we're going to listen to anybody that raises their hands, right, and ask them how they've handled that part. Then we'll now fix that, right? So by the time we're fixing it for one person, everybody else kind of understands how it's done. So we might do it for like a few people. Then we'll not go down the remaining numbers. So who are we starting with? I mean, anybody that wants to go can go. That's what I prefer. Who's on the call? Um, Monarch, Peaceolite. Okay, Peaceolite, fine. Peaceolite, do you want to go? Or who wants to go first? Anybody who wants to go first can go.
Oh,
Supercharge. Okay, is Big Joe here? Big Joe, are you here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, then go now.
No, 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 I'm
Okay, fine. Okay, actually, Big Joe, go. Yeah, you go.
no, 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 not yet, not
Yeah. The what are you building?
yet. What I'm building use supercharge.
So what does it do?
So basically, use supercharge is the loyalty power checkout system.
Okay, fine. Who are your customers and how have you picked them?
Sorry, who are my customers
Yeah,
and how have I?
picked them. Like how have you why do you think they're your customers? So who are your customers number one? But why do you think they're your customers? How did you identify them as a customer segment?
Okay. So crazy thing, yeah, having to when you get to country and you want to make payments for stuff with your Visa card, they're like extra additional charges that are added on top to actually for you to actually make those payments with your card. But with Supercharge, you can literally make those payments right on the spot and receive perks for it without any charges.
If you are building a checkout that has loyalty, you don't
Yeah.
start with what you started with about extra charges and all those things. That doesn't matter. What matters is that for everything you buy, you get loyalty for it, right?
Yeah.
And that can happen in any country. Doesn't mean when you go to another country. That can happen in any country, right? So I don't think that's the right way to frame it. Also, don't start with basically, yeah, nobody has that time. Like it almost feels as if your business is like a year thing. Say this is what we do, right? Like be a little bit more confident about it. You get?
Yeah.
Good. Um, so who are you targeting then? What is wrong with the existing checkouts? Don't they have loyalty? Right? How much money is transacted with cards that don't have loyalty inside it? How much is the loyalty carrier market? So, for example, in the UK, there is Tesco's. In America, there's Nectar. What is the size of their market, right? Compared to the size of the biggest credit cards in those countries and the biggest checkouts in those countries. Have you done those numbers yet?
what exactly what we are
Have you
targeting
done
are
those
people
numbers?
that
Have you done those numbers yet?
not yet.
So there's no way you would know what your market is. There's no way you know what the size of the market is, right?
Okay.
Yeah. So these
Yeah.
are the things like we don't have to be tech leaning. It's not a classroom assignment. It's money, right? So for example, we I know a company that's working on games, for example, right? They're working on board games. They know how much money. If you look at their pitch deck, you'd actually see how much money Hasbro has made. You see how much money is in the board game market. They have it listed out. When they're talking to investors, investors understand that they understand what they're saying, right? You can't throw numbers around how many billion customers. No, no, no. It's like, who are you going after? So people shop with cards, people shop with loyalty cards, but there's no overlap. How much money do you think can be in that overlap? Like, how big is that market? Is it a $12 billion market? Is it a $15 billion market? Is it a $3 billion market? Right? And what makes you think you can actually outsmart Nectar or Tesco's or any other companies that actually do loyalties? Right? Is bringing it online the best way to do it? Online commerce. Do they have loyalty, like a loyalty system for online merchants to integrate into their systems? Do they have that? If they don't have that, then that's your in, right? Because it's until you think about these things properly that you can actually say you're attempting to even be revenue, to make revenue. You get?
Yes, sir.
Fine. So I think we'll jump to David by. So first of all, go back, right? Big Joe, go back. Figure out who your customers are. So are they? Who is going to integrate the checkout? Do you know who they are going to be? Are they Are they Instagram vendors? Are they? Are you going to steal them from Instagram? Are you going to steal them from Gumroad? Are you going to steal them from Shopify? Where are you going to steal those customers from? Are you going to steal them from just regular people that don't even use any checkout yet? You must figure out. Sorry, guys. You must figure out where you're stealing the customers from. You get?
Yeah.
Good.
But
Yeah.
so I can't just say anyone that has like a market to sell.
Why would you say something that silly? Which muscle would you use and do it? Do you have resources to do that? So so let me explain something, right? The moment you say that, any investor understands that you haven't thought it through. I always come back to the same example, which is many of you know Amazon now as the e-commerce platform. But in the early days, they were a bookstore. They did not try to tell investors that they were going to be a commercial arm. No, they're a bookstore. They sell books online. There must be one thing that is clear that you're doing. Are you helping um, Instagram vendors handle loyalty? Are you helping e-commerce people handle loyalty? Who are you helping handle loyalty? There must be one market. Everybody's not a seller now. So if everybody's not a seller, how can you sell your product to everybody? Somebody has to integrate your checkout into their POS system for you to be able to make a trade, right? Right?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So if somebody is going to integrate your checkout for you to be able to make a trade or extract fees, that's your customer. The other people are your consumers, but your customer is the person that actually pays you money to use your services. You get? You get that, right? Have we lost him? Okay, fine.
Oh, sorry, my mic was mute. I said yes, I get
Okay,
it.
fine, fine. David. So we can move over to the next person. So David Baye, what are you doing and who are your customers and how did you find them?
Okay, GM, we're building EduLearn. Basically, okay, sorry. Just before I continue, so like recently we just like niched down to like a more specific market, and yeah, so basically now we are making Web3 upskilling fun with AI and rewards. Our customers
Hold on,
are
hold on,
targeted
hold
to
on, hold on. Just hold on. The same thing I told, um, what's his name? Big Joe. The basically is a stop word that you might also want to stop using a lot, right? So be a little bit mindful when you use it. This comes with practice. If you use a lot of stop words in your communications, it looks as if you're rambling over your words, right? So that's just one.
Yes.
That's just one. You can take all the time you want, but not take too much time. But with practice, you're going to get better at it. Also, also answer the questions, then explain. If you go on a tirade to explain, then now want to come and answer the question. By the time you get to the question, it's possible that the person you're explaining to has lost interest, right? So
Yeah.
basically, what is AGLearn? You say what AGLearn is. Then who are your customers? You say who your customers are, right? You say who your customers are. Then how do you get them? You say that. Then what is your market? You say that. Then you can now go into a longer rant of explanation. You get?
All right. All right.
Fine, yeah. So we can go at it again and try it again from the beginning. So what is AGLearn? Who are your customers and how do you identify them?
Okay. Edulen is making smart. Edulen is making Web3 upskilling fun with AI and what our customers are targeted at newbies in Web3 and people who want to get proof of knowledge in Web3 when it comes to what they know. And we found through our audience was target. Our audience was picked out from those who are in the space but may not really. Okay, sorry.
No, take
This
your time.
hasn't
Take your
really.
time. Take your time.
Okay, so this part of it hasn't really been thought of. Hasn't really been thought of through so much, like as for the last version, which we're working on. So I could just explain class
Yeah.
version
Okay,
again
fine. So
and
explain that. Yeah.
okay, so EduLearn is making smart learning addictive with AI and rewards. Our customers are students and lifelong learners. We also picked out our audience from the fact that most students don't find learning engaging. They don't find learning to be so fun, and also AI. Most AI tools don't always. Most AI tools don't give users understanding of what they're learning, rather just providing them with answers and then they move on.
So hold on. You're trying to make learning. You're trying to make Web3 upskilling fun. So you're focusing on Web3, right?
Yes, that's now. But
Yes.
that part I haven't really checked it out with like all the questions.
Oh, it's fine. So, and I actually like that you're doing that instead of saying that you want to go for everybody in education. That would have been silly. But as you were saying something, something came to me. You said something about proof of knowledge, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Proof of knowledge isn't really as important as proof of work. Because anybody, if you're targeting Web3 people, the thing that is most important to Web3 people isn't knowledge, it's a job, right?
Yeah.
The job is the most important thing. They want to be able to upskill fast so they can get a job in Web3 because it pays higher, right? Right?
Yes.
So
Yes.
wouldn't it be wouldn't it be correct to say that proof of work is actually greater than proof of knowledge, and everybody in your space is trying so hard to build for knowledge as opposed to prepare people for work? Would that be a fair assessment of what you're trying to do?
For now, not really, because the AI is just for teaching those topics, for teaching the user those things in Web3 and like breaking it down for them,
So
and
what do they need
also
those? So what do they need those things for?
to serve as like to serve as proof that they know these specific topics or
But in Web3,
yeah.
nobody cares about what you know; they care about what you can do, right?
Yeah.
So don't you see that there's actually a direct market that you're leaving on the table? and you're going for something else. Because see what happens. You go for proof of knowledge and AI about all those things, and you're basically shoehorning yourself into academia and education, right? You do the same thing, but you also add the 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 hook of jobs, for example, right? And now all of a sudden, you are in the recruitment credentialing business. Global credentialing business, I think, is around, like, if I remember correctly, I think it's 12 or 15 billion, give or take. It's been a long time I did that research, right? That's a big market that you can actually touch, right? Pearson's, is it Pearson's? Yeah, Pearson's. They acquired a company for $200 million. I think it was in 2023 or 24 or any one around that. But the whole idea is that um, credentialing is directly, so with credentialing you can go for like the recruitment market. You can go for like markets that actually are comfortable with paying people stuff for recruiting. You get what I'm saying, right?
Yes, yes, I get you.
Yeah, fine. So the reason why I'm actually saying this is that you need to start looking at a place where you can actually earn revenue, as opposed to just building for building's sake. Because the people you're targeting can't actually pay you, and they can't pay you something that's substantial. In their minds, they can find all those things on YouTube, right? With your AI and everything. Now, imagine if the way you design your flow is, we find a job online, so you consume a job feed, right? And you use that job feed to create the courses that you want people to learn, for which by the time they are done doing it, they can apply for roles like that. So what it means is that I see a job, and my CV for that job is to basically learn something that can help me do like a proof of work for that job, then come back and tell them, oh, by the way, I've done something like this before. Does that make any sense?
Yes, it does. It does.
Yes, because people are already beginning to do that with Upwork now, where they would go on Upwork, see a job somebody listed, go and vibe code it, then come back to Upwork and tell them, it seems you're looking for this thing. I've actually done this. And some people have actually gotten their products acquired like that without even having to do the work. They'll just acquire the thing that they've already built. So that might be a better way to look at what you're building, and it can start getting you revenue from day one. So you get where I'm coming from, right?
Yes, yes, I do.
Yeah.
I do.
So that way,
I'm taking it.
yeah. So that way, the customer is now Web3 potential earners, or people who want to earn from Web3. So it now comes to, where do you find them? Well, you find them in Web3 communities. You find them on Twitter. You find them where they're looking for jobs. You find them where they're asking about a job opening. You build them together and you start talking to them like, oh, by the way, you can actually find a job, paste a job link, and our AI will basically create some things for you to test out, to build out a quick proof of work to be eligible for jobs like this. People use AgLearn and do it for a long period of time, and all of a sudden they have like proof of work that is really big, right? And they can now send it to multiple recruiters, and it will be like proof of work, not just proof of knowledge. You get?
Yeah, that makes
Yeah.
a lot of sense. That makes
Good
a
deal.
lot of sense.
Yeah, fine. Um, okay, yeah. I'm recording it actually, so I think that's fine. Yeah, but Chiamaka, when are we getting a recording for Streamlink?
That's not record to YouTube. She's just normal recording.
Well, recording to any this thing. The whole point is, when can we get recording natively?
See, there's currently no record to YouTube. But it's only showing on the post, and this is that now. Maybe I can fix it.
Okay,
But
so
yeah, like there's currently record to YouTube.
okay, so going forward, the call should also be recorded, right? I'm recording on my end, but I think the recording should also come from the host.
Okay.
So Emmanuel,
Yes,
please.
yeah, I need to call to the out because I need to pick your brain again. And have
Okay.
recording too.
Okay, fine. That works. That works. So David, you kind of get what we're saying, right? Like, it makes a lot of sense to you, right?
Yes, it does. It does. I already took notes, so I'm going to get working on it.
Okay, fine,
Noting
fine,
that down. Yeah.
fine. So let's see, because I'm going to focus mostly on people that are here now, right? And I'll be doing that quite a lot. So I think we'll go goddess, then we'll go Mide. So goddess, what are you building? Who are your customers, and how do you select them? How do you select them?
Sorry, I don't know if you guys can hear me. I'm having a bit of network issues. Can somebody go first? Then
Oh,
let me just rectify that and then.
okay, fine. Okay, fine. So Mide, can you go?
Yes, boss.
Okay, fine.
Okay, fine. Okay.
Okay, fine. So Mide, what are you building? What is Fosape? Um, who are your customers, and how do you identify them?
Okay, GM everybody.
Jim.
We're building FosaPay. FosaPay is a stablecoin powered banking solution that allows merchants accept payments in stablecoins, and in the process of doing that, they get to earn more from each transactions.
Okay, so hold
And
on.
likewise,
So hold on. Um, what you said now is not a one-liner, is it?
no,
It's not.
no,
What is your one-liner?
earn more for on each transaction.
Fine. So basically, when you're asked, what are you doing? Like, we enable merchants earn more from every transaction. That's it. You get?
Yes, boss.
Yes. So because that way you don't set yourself up for rambling. You get?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is why the one-liners are important, but this is also why you need to keep practicing it till it becomes second nature. Till somebody says something and you just say it, right? It becomes second nature because if you don't practice it, every time somebody asks you what are you building, you're going to say something entirely different, and it's a tell from people who don't, for investors, because they'll be like, okay, this person is not really that. I think they're still trying to figure it out. You get? Now, what is your one liner for your second audience? Because I know you, for example, we've done that for you. So, what is the one liner for your second audience?
We allow them to spend their stables anywhere.
Fine, fantastic, yes. So, at least now you see that you can actually have a one liner for this thing and a one liner for that. Same way you're going to have a customer segment for. Okay, so the merchants are already a customer segment, right? How are you going to find them? How are you going to pick the ones you're going to pick first?
Okay, so I've been looking at a list of people we can um, pick to work with at first.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at majorly tech institutions or tech-related companies like let's say Cafe
don't
One.
they already have customers? Don't they already have people that don't they already have their own POS systems and their own systems? So why would they use you? Have you thought of
Yeah,
that?
yes, I've thought about that.
So what's
Um,
your answer to it?
one thing, one thing I've noticed about um, current payment collections is that most times they get paid the next day, right? After
Okay.
collecting payment from their customers on their behalf, they get paid the next day. The merchant get paid the next day.
Mm.
Sometimes it takes a day or two before they get settled, right? But with stablecoins, it is much more easier to pay a merchant the same day after doing all collections, and it is more easier to actually help them earn more actually because stablecoins hold more value than the current fiat. So
Okay, fine. So
convincing
so
them to
hold on. You said two things now, right? Which is T plus one, T plus two is a problem for merchants, right?
yeah,
So if T plus one is like number of days it takes to settle a transaction, right? So
yes,
if it takes 1 day or 2 days to settle a transaction, it means what you're doing is instant settlement, right?
yes, instant
So
settlement.
fine. So write these things down. The values that you're creating: instant settlement, earn more per transaction. So now you now have two, right? You can now focus on that too. So when you're going to the customers, you're like, how long does it take you to settle, right? Oh, by the way, Cafe One is going to be a hard sell because Cafe One was built by Sterling Bank. Every transaction on Cafe Ones use Sterling Banks. At least they try to, right? So um, you might be better off looking for merchants that aren't affiliated to like core banks. You get?
Okay.
Because you also have to say to yourself, well, if I come with all this value and they're using money point and money point is giving them overdraft, my value doesn't actually size up, does it? You get?
Yeah.
Yeah. So these are the things you have to think about, right? So go think about that, and once you figure that out, you can actually figure out the market. So also, you people should take this template and fill it out very well. But that's it. Who here haven't I called? Um, um, Goddess is not back yet. I'm looking through the list.
Oh, I'm back.
Okay, you're back. So are you ready for us now?
Okay, you're back. So are you ready for us?
Yes, I am.
Okay, fine,
I
fantastic.
hope you.
I think
Okay,
after
fine,
that,
fantastic.
just hold
I
on a
think
minute.
after that,
Just hold on. Monarch, do you have something to present? Do you have a business now, or are you still walking through it? Monarch.
Walking through it.
Okay, walking through it. Okay, fine.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, fine. Stephen Joseph, what are you building? I need to know who's actually active here. Okay, so see how we're going to do. After 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 Goddess, we'll do Chatter Wallets. That is Chidi, and we've done Olumide, we've done Joseph, we've done Abanobi. We'll not do Menula after that. I don't think there's anybody else I can see here. So it's Vina, Chatter, and Menula, right? So okay, then Chris. Okay, Chris goes after Menula then. So Vina, you have the floor.
Okay, beautiful.
Okay.
Hi everyone, my name is Goddess and I'm building Live, which helps you to reduce your live stream research time by 20x. And our customers are live streamers and commentators, not limited to people in the Web3 space, so also Web2 and all of that. Now, why are we building for these people? Um, a lot of times, it's the research time takes more than the actual live stream time, and most of these people, they don't have access to in-app tools such as their notebooks and all of that. So it's mostly paper, even when you're looking at some of the commentators we have today, football commentators and all of that. So we did a lot of research, went through research papers and talked to a couple of people that do live streams, and we found out our acceptable obtainable market was $38 million. So
Okay, so that's interesting. I think it's I think it's more than that, but the fact that you've at least been able to go through like a market segment is it helps. Next time, so after this call, you're going to in the group show us a little bit more context of how you did that number, right? But what we can do is we can even do an experiment now currently, which is Ashley, you're there, right?
Yes, as we are here.
Okay, fine. So pull up Google, right? And let me actually show you how to size markets, right? So pull up Google, like pull up Google and share it. Yeah. So Goddess, you said it's what did you call it again? Commentary.
Commentary.
What again? What on what?
commentary and live streams.
Okay, fine. Um, Ashley, type up comment commentary sports commentary tools. Just type it up here. It's normally keyword search. Sports commentary or live commentary tools forecasts 2024. live commentary tools forecast 2024. So normally you want to do your market research or like market number research a year lower than your current year, because what because you do that and all of a sudden the the research around that would have already happened, right? And you get like some reasonable numbers. Okay, fine. So it's live commentary tools forecasts between forecast and 2024. Put billion there, so it can trigger up a number. Put billion. Put billion here. Then space here. Then try it again. So you see now we now have numbers. So the global live streaming video platform market. So this is global live streaming. It's not commentary. Um, Scroll down. Let's know if we can see commentary. Just scroll down a bit. So let's see if we can see commentary. Hold on. Broadcast live streaming markets, live streaming video platform. Oh no. Try global live streaming video platform market is projected at 65 billion. Oh. Try this thing instead. Try commentary app, not tools. Try app. Yeah, commentary app, not tools. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see them. This is in-app advertising. No. Try. Which word are you going to use now? What tools do people use for? Try live streaming equipment. Try live streaming equipment. Yeah. So the whole idea is that you want to find a market that no everybody's overlooking, right? So this is what live streaming video platform market. So probably we'll have to dig a little bit deeper. Okay, so the global broadcast equipment market, which includes the hardware and software used for live streaming, is expected to reach 12.8 billion, but it's currently it was 7.9 billion. Okay, fine. So this works. So 7.9 billion is like equipment, hardware, and software, right? The software is normally the live streamers, but also teleprompters and all those other tools, right? So it's going to be in that part of that market. So you push forward and you're going to find out what that small size is, right? So just like she said 38 million, but that 38 million might actually be inside something else that's inside 7.92 billion, right? So this is actually how you this is one of the ways we kind of just get a fair number of what it is that you're looking for, right? Um, I think when Chidis comes, he'll explain to us. We'll do that with Chidis own and do that with Manila's own, so that we can actually see how we get like a number that you're going after. Because one thing you also have to understand is while you're building a product, if you don't have the money now, you have the energy to build it and to do the running around, right? You would need money from friends, family, investors, loans, whatever it is. They need to know that there is money, there's an opportunity to make money in the place you're going to. And the only way you can tell people there's money to be made is call a big number for them that they can have a share of, right? It's as simple as that. So if you do not know the number that you're going after, it's hard for you to convince anybody. And if you can't do that, your employees won't even know uh, how rich the company can be for which they should be working for you for free or for equity or for like a little money, right? So, but at least this is just one part of it. We're still going to do like more extensive sessions. I'm going to do like a session strictly on just market sizing alone. So I think that would actually help. Um, but that's it on your end. So I think yours is clear. So that's fine. Chatter, Sharp, sharp. What is your? Who are you going after?
Jam.
Yeah, Jim.
Our market is the global merchant space where most of them actually do trades online via social media.
Are you going after global merchants? Or are you going after DM merchants? You're not.
Yeah,
Are you
DM
going to win? Are
merchants.
you going to win Shopify? So it's this way I keep because I know this is why I keep telling you people, practice your pitch. Because if you go in front of an investor and say that, they're like, so what happens to Shopify? You're not going to beat Shopify.
Yeah,
You're not, right? So if you say global, you're fighting with Shopify. You can't do that. You don't have the resources to pull it, at least not now, right? So go after a market you can actually do something with, a market that maybe Shopify has neglected. In that document, you can see it. Actually, go back to documents. You can actually see the at the customer market number. It shows disgruntled customers from your competitors. Those are your first. That's one place you can actually go and get people. Who is pissed with the existing solution for which I can convince them to use mine, right? So always know who
yeah,
you're. I know who you're going after. You're going after DM merchants because commerce inside DMs are a mess. It's a very simple pitch. The more you deviate away from it, the more you delay your revenue path. Stick to it. It might be boring, but stick to it because that's how you can make money. Because there are people that are having real problems navigating that. You get?
yeah.
You're fine. Who's next? Manila, right? Or she left? Okay. So who else is? Who else haven't I called? Eddie. Eddie, what are you? Okay, no. Chris, Alex was supposed to go after us, right? He's also dropped off the call. So who else? Who else can? Who else wants to go?
Okay, can I go on?
Yeah. Well, what's your name?
Okay, I'm Steven Joseph,
Okay,
and
so
I'm building Sneakers.
oh, Snippers. Oh, lovely, lovely product here. So tell us,
Yeah.
give us your one-liner and who your customers are and how you got to them, how you pulled them from the market. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm building Sneakers. Sneakers is the platform where developers build in public in order to earn jobs or to get recognition in the Web3 ecosystem. My target audience are mostly Web3 developers, mostly the ones just newly transitioning to Web3. And we all know the Web3 rules. You have to be out there, you have to be building in public, but many developers don't know how. So we provide the tools to help them build in public. And how do we get these developers? Mostly we get them through, yeah, I mean, in X and also Web3 communities and also in boot camps. You can reach out to them in all mostly boot camps on X and even LinkedIn. You
Oh,
can find them
fantastic.
out to see
I
them
mean,
building
you guys are very
publicly.
clear. I like it. You're very clear about your GTM, right? How you're going to get them. You're very clear. However, I think there's a tiny place I would want you to modify. So you're not going after
Okay.
Web3 developers, at least not yet. You're going after transitioning Web2 developers because the Web3 developers have
Yeah.
already learned, right? So you're going after the Web2 developers that are trying to get into Web3. So they're not Web3 yet, right? So Sleep Posts, do you have a leaderboard of contributions in your app?
For now, no. We just have list of
Courses.
no list of developers using the platform and also their snippets, what they have
Do you have a snip?
documented.
Do you have a snip score?
For now, no. We just have XP scores. Yeah, you can grade them by XP. Yeah,
Okay, so
we do
fine.
have
So
that.
basically, put that in front, right?
Okay.
Human beings want to. So you have to also understand if people are trying to, if you want people to use you so that they can increase their job chances, well, your real customers are actually the recruiters, right? The recruiters want you to do all their job for them so they can just pay you the finder's fee. You get? So
Yes.
it makes more sense. So normally, I don't know who here has actually done HR at all, but it's normally attraction, testing, selection, right, and onboarding. If you've done all the filtering
Okay.
for them and you put a snip score around a particular developer, right, when they start coming, they'll just say, okay, fine, give me people with SNPs 10 to 8, right? And they'll just hire from there.
Yes.
That's a path for you to make revenue because you've done a whole lot of work for which they would have gone to give somebody else, right? So you're making it simpler. Your AIs can also help you do the filtering and every other thing, right? And also help you to create the the courses for your developers. Also, this is also very important. Start with similar job postings, then create whatever you want to create that tests the snip score, right? All this does is that
Okay.
when people post jobs, there's always that similarity with the kind of jobs they're posting, right? So um, when somebody has used Snip do to quickly do a proof of work or whatever it is, right? Or end snips on jobs like this, it becomes easier for them to say, okay, fine, I've actually done something like this before in the past, and there'll be like a chain representation of that competence. So I think you and
Yes.
Edu, the Edu guy, I think you people might want to have a conversation. I'm not saying you people should join. I'm just saying that I think you people are going after the same market. You're just going after developers, and he's going after maybe something else, right? I think people should talk, right, and figure out how that space can actually grow. Like rub minds, then go after who you want to go after. One thing I always say is this: is that sometimes you think that by talking to people that are doing the same thing, that they're going to copy your ideas. That's not true. The people who win are the people who execute, not the people who have ideas, right? There are people that execute. So when you execute, that's how you win. You get? And if you're going after developers and he's going after maybe something else, even if two of you are going after developers, you can create a fake duopoly for yourselves, right? So everybody else thinks you're fighting. Meanwhile, you're sharing knowledge amongst one another, right? So take for example,
Sure.
people keep forgetting that there are other operating systems in mobile apart from Android and iOS. But by creating that, they basically kill the Symbians and everybody else and the Blackberries and everybody because the whole point is like, why would I even bother where the two biggest people are this and that? So that fight itself also helps them. Same way Bolt and Uber helped squeeze out every other person that was trying to come into that space. You get? So sometimes it's not think of abundance, right? If you're doing the same thing I'm doing, let's find a way to corner the market itself. It might be to form a duopoly, right? That's fake fight, and with the fake fight, it now looks like we're the two best products. It seems that that's what everybody else is trying to chase, right? Fine.
Uh,
Mm,
Thank you.
sure, no, you're welcome. Who else? Who else are we? Donatus. Is it your own is a cheat code now? But still come and talk to us. Who are your customers? In fact, what are you building now? Because people like say what they build before, don't the one way they build now don't overcook. So, what are you building, and who are your current customers and the markets that you're going after? They laugh, but not true now. Donatus, the floor is yours. Oh.
Yeah, GM everyone, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
So okay, basically what we're working on now is hold on. Yeah, I'm on a call. Our target markets is what we're working on now is Vexio. We are enabling merchants to add customer rewards into their checkout experience.
Okay, fine.
So that's what we're helping merchants do. So the people we're targeting are merchants, people that they collect payments, they transact. We are targeting people that want to create tags for their community to engage. these are the
So
specific
wait,
people we are
so hold
targeting.
on,
These are the
so
like
hold on. I think you said something that is interesting. You are building a checkout for merchants, but you're also building a checkout
yeah,
for people that want to do bounties and tasks, if I get that correctly.
yeah, exactly.
And for that, you award points. Do you award points only to the task
Yeah.
people or to the checkout people too?
So the loyalty point is embedded directly on the checkout experience because we observe that for every payment you collect, for every tax you create, for every product you post, that's like a checkout. So we are trying to add loyalty to every checkout experience that these merchants make. So for every action, there's a point awarded. For every purchase, there's a point awarded.
Oh, fantastic! So now, is this two different checkouts or one checkout?
There are a single checkout, but the merchant decides on the kind of checkout they want to create. It's a single product, but
Wow.
instead of like I want to create a payment checkout, I want to create a tax checkout, I want to create a product checkout.
That's very interesting actually because um, it's interesting that the moment if you really want to nail checkouts if you don't want to nail loyalty properly, you should put loyalty at the point of collection. It shouldn't be something that you add to people's transactions. It should be something that ships from the get go. So you're printing a receipt. Let's say I like eating in a particular place. The moment I pay for that particular food, there should be some points allocated to that action from day one. Is that what you're doing?
Exactly. That's
Wow.
basically what. The point is issued at the point of purchase, at the point of
Wow.
action, because so you don't have to wait for them to do. So immediately they're doing the action you want them to carry out. There's a
Yeah.
points trigger
So
that
so that
triggers the
means
checkout
that
experience.
that means for merchants, there should be a way for them to also see the dashboard of of the points that were accrued, and if they want to give giveaways or discounts, they would know exactly who to give it to.
Exactly. So there's a dashboard for every merchant, so you can basically track whatever is happening. Even when you have when we launch our Vexio POS and you're collecting payments using let's say checkout via the POS, everything tracked automatically and updates on your dashboard, and you
Now,
can
how would people
communicate and
know? How would people know that they have a point from this place? Do you have an alert system or like what is it?
so when we were building the loyalty infrastructure, so these are one of the things we tackled and earlier on. So when we were building the loyalty infrastructure, we added to the on-chain messaging system that we built for our loyalty infrastructures, where you can send messages on-chain messages. So so how we did it is every loyalty program we created then has like the loyalty pass has metadata that you can add this send on-chain messaging to. That's also what we're bringing
So
to the
hold on.
merchant and
So
the
hold
checkout
on.
experience.
Are you trying to say that you have DMs in the checkout?
Exactly.
Wow.
They've been
Okay.
existing, yeah.
Okay. You see why I thought so you were born now. I mean, it will be interesting to kind of see this deployed, right? And let's. I mean, we have a few events coming up. Let's see how that works IRL, but also with more more businesses now in Super Team trying to get to profitability, right, and revenue to end revenue. Let's see how this also works with integrations. Okay, that's fine. That's
Alright.
fantastic. Here, I think we are at time already. So, who else wants to go that we haven't addressed, so that we can take one more person, then we go. Anybody else? Okay, so what we're going to do is you people have this form now, right? What we're going to do is for Friday, I expect that everybody would have filled out their own. That's just one. Then the next one is that everybody should have written a 3 minute script, right? Of the things that they already have, right? So you write it, you fill it, then on that you do a 3 minute script, right? What that 3 minute script is for is to train you on how to articulate the whole business in 3 minutes. Oh, Chris Asek, yeah. So that is the assignment for Friday, because Friday is for pitching, right? But like I said, forget the PowerPoint and everything. Take this one and fill out the the numbers, right? Then now, based on that, do a 3 minute recording of everything. If you can hit that if you can hit that 2 minutes, even fine, right? Do those recordings and let's have it before Friday's class, right? There will be some points and there will be some USDC for people no voice, not video recording, voice recording, yes, voice recording, yeah. So you finish the list, the doc, then you do a voice recording, 3 minutes, 2 minutes. If you can get it at 1 minute 50 seconds, fantastic, right? I would grade it and I will give out USDC for the ones that I think are fantastic, right? So you can start doing it now. You can start posting. I'll also give out some points for justice for product lead. No, that's the cost of leadership. We'll discuss it. We'll discuss it so that you don't. We'll discuss it, sure. But okay, but you know what? Before Chris goes, Ash, what are you going to do? Because your own is cheat. You already know this thing very well. So what are you going to do? What is the handicap you're giving the house? So the house will be okay.
Okay, instead of like a recording, I can actually do like a makeshift deck.
No. You have templates. You're good at this. You have to give everybody a handicap. So it's almost like you're playing with somebody you're bigger than. You basically say, okay, score me 2 goals. Yeah, make it harder for yourself.
What about you guys decide the product that I can do it
You're
for?
not okay. So basically it's like anyhow, like blindfolded, I'll still nail it. Okay, you know what? You people have the challenge. You people should choke her with the work. Then let's see what she does. See, she's not giving all of you levels. So if you people give her a task, yes, fine, she can do. I can't give her one, and I can't let her in if. But if people decide on the group, give her one, then that's fine. There also Chris, I think that's okay, Shay. Guys, is that okay? Thumbs up if that's okay. Okay, fine. So Chris, you can go now, and after that we'll close it.
Okay. GM,
Yeah, Jim.
I don't know if you can hear me clearly.
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you.
Okay. So I'm building Sarah.
Okay, looks like some people cannot hear you. If you can hear him, so say something. If you can hear him, thumbs up. If you can't hear him, thumbs down.
Okay, can you hear me?
He's speaking, so if you didn't hear him, that means you didn't hear him. Okay, fine, continue then.
Okay. So I'm building Sarah. Sarah is a digital finance platform. We basically merge stablecoins and fiat to deliver payment, savings, and settlement solutions for African individuals and businesses. So our customer segment is basically African businesses and merchants who
Whose phone is that?
receive collect pay.
Somebody's phone is vibrating.
I think it's my system that is vibrating.
Anna, go ahead. You need to upgrade though. Well, go ahead, please, go ahead. Go ahead.
So our customer segment is businesses and merchants who want to receive collect payments in fiat and stable coins. Then individuals who are looking to
So fast.
individuals.
Just go straight to the point. That means you've not done your one liner, have you? You've not done the one liner.
No, I haven't done the one.
So that's why you're struggling. So maybe that's what you should actually start. So you know what? Before you start, go and fill this out.
Oh, okay.
Yes, because it will help you. Yes, fill it out first. Yes.
Alright.
Okay, fine. So, who else? So somebody said he was raising his hand, but I think we're good for now. Um, everybody here is in the group now, so I think that works. So let's work on that. Have the voice notes. Like I said, I would actually reward people that already have the voice notes ready. If you can, the very first entries would get like some points. Let's just put it that way. And when we're done, I'm not going to announce how much it is, but this is important. So run them like that. You get? Okay, fine. So I think we're good today. Um, some of the I know I owe you people some videos, so I'm going to be uploading them as fast. Yeah, no, the voice recording must be done. Actually, it's the voice recording that. So for you to get the voice recording, you must fill this out. That's the way it make. That's the way it's easier for you to kind of have your voice recorded. You get? Yeah. So the voice recording is actually what. So the point should be split between that, but there's higher points for voice recordings. Also higher points if you actually submit it early. Okay, fine. Fine. No worries then. So I think that works. Okay, so bye guys. We'll catch later.